expound 13. Probably be my last time getting at y'all like this. Might do one more. I'm thinking this is it. It's been nice. It's been real nice. Been so nice that I'd be a fool to not accommodate you for listening. Take my hat and I salute you. Demetrius Jones, born January 14th, 1991, St. Joseph Hospital, 1:31 a.m. I guess I'd always found it kind of awkward. My name was Demetrius, and I would meet people and they'd be like, it's Russian, or it's Greek, or it's this. What I have found that it's Roman and Greek, and it's the name of idolatrous people for the most part. A lot of black people with the name of white conquerors. And the name is supposed to have prestige. It's supposed to be exotic. Question: has it ever occurred to anyone other than the black man that looks like me, and I mean actually looks like me? If you can't grow a beard, you don't look like me. You understand that? Just because your skin tone is like mine. Ah, Sim Ham, Ham Sim, Semitic, blooded person. Not that I don't claim you, but Bloods want to be Crips and Crips want to be Bloods. Folks want to be Vice Lords and Vice Lords want to be folks. Okay? I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. I come from the stock of slaves, either side of my family. And all the men are black men. My lineage, through fraternal, through the man, I am Hebrew. There are other people who crept in unawares, but that's okay. That's fair. It's not equal, but it's fair. The wicked devices of those who seek to destroy all those that are under them do these things. They can't help themselves. You ask yourself, why? I don't ask myself why, I ask myself when. When will they unlock Pandora's box and do something that they cannot undo? They conjure demons regularly. They astral project regularly. They conjure raw energy regularly. They do all kinds of things that they're not supposed to do on a regular basis. They read minds, okay? They tap into bodies and try to take them over. You don't believe in any of this, I know. Once again, this might be the last one that you get. But I had to give you something real. So, has anyone ever wondered? I'm not sure if I brought this up in the expound or Death of Doctrine or Spiritual Gumbo, but I brought this up one time before. Um, uh, the human eye, obviously, I know it can only see in one spectrum. But I had a brother bring something to my attention and it made me think. He brought it to my attention the human eye only sees in one spectrum. Then he brought up all these other spectras that animals see as to why they can acknowledge things that you do not acknowledge. My friend, what if I said that things exist in this realm out of your spectra? Does that make sense to you? Let me break it down. So, in the realm of this can, there is something else outside of this can. Only in this spectra, this is all we see. We don't see anything else. I cannot see the Canon ultraviolet or an ultraviolet. Okay, cannot see it in night vision or in thermal or in infrared, ultra infrared, gamma. I don't see it that way. Do you understand what I'm saying right now to you? You cannot see the things that are there, but they are there. So when the man takes the Percocet, shoots his vein with the heroin, smokes the methamphetamine, smokes the crack cocaine or the freebase, sniffs the cocaine, as I just did, smokes the marijuana, there is something there within properties that have energies to them. Am I using that for the energy? No. I use that so that way I don't use the opiates. Because I do have much physical pain and many things that I go through that the marijuana does help. Honestly. Does it have its own psychotropic effects? Yes. But that's not what I'm looking for. I could get other things that cost much more money, but then it's not about that. It's not about the money. So why would I spend that money to do the same thing? Anyhow, back to what I'm saying. The mindset has changed. Once the mindset has changed, the perception of what you can see and believe is also changed. In my life, I have done mushrooms one time, and I bring this to bear because they always say that these people have these breakthroughs when they do these psychedelics. I ate and ingested in one night 10 and a half grams of mushrooms for my first time. I didn't eat all 10 and a half grams at once. I ate 3.5 grams, then another 3.5, then another 3.5. You see, so I had ingested all throughout a period of time, and to be honest, I'm going to give you a forward thought that I had later on was that I might not come down off of this high. Now, with that in mind, while I was thinking, all of these thoughts that had came to my mind, all these things that had come to play and to bear themselves to existence, so to speak. What I had come to realize was that these things are happenings, whether or not I can see them or not. It does not matter. They are actually happening. Your brain has firewalls. If you break down the firewalls and the perceptions thereof, you obviously the firewalls are no longer there. Not that I could see gamma or ultraviolet or any of that, but there were things that did peek out, like the aura of a person's body and the energy thereof that was permeated. And I see that. And I seen the evil and I seen the good. And of all the people that I was around, there was one truly evil person. And he had to leave. He was made to leave. But the thought that I had that night, as a friend of mine who had also ingested the mushrooms, and they say that two people who are on the same wave band, the wavelength of thought, can have a telepathic relationship in this moment. And in the moment, I had thought he had looked over and he said yes. And I said yes. And we both had said, it doesn't matter. Now, you're wondering why I say such a thought as it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't. I want you to really think about this and the fruitive nature of all what I've said to you. Think about this for just one moment. If there is no God, and I believe there is, I know there is, He has touched me, reached out and touched me for the things that I've done wrong, and blessed me, and also helped me when I really needed it. There is a God. But if there was no God, I jest with you, my friends. I say, would you be so mad at a tree hugger then for wanting to save the planet? Or an environmentalist for wanting to preserve the actual habitats that we live in? Or the ecologist for wanting to maintain the natural way things are? Huh? Or the geologist for studying the way that the earth actually is so that way we know the patterns and the natures thereof? Huh, my friend? I could go on and on. Those who study the atmosphere and the stratosphere. Huh? those who study the life of the planet and thereon. Look, I'm not here to argue semantics or to push an idea on you. I am just saying that if there was no God, don't you think it would still matter to do the right thing then? Even more such and so? Because there was no sustaining force to keep it all in flow, and you had to maintain perfect harmony. Ah, has that ever crossed your mind, my friends? Ever? But because there is a God, and you will be judged for all the things that you do. Some of you won't rise again. This is in the book. So you have to realize everyone operating around you does not have a normal partitioned soul given to them that was breathed into the breath of, to the nostrils, excuse me, and upon the face of, excuse me, Adam. And that same soul, that partition given to all the offsprings thereof. Hold on one moment. And the planet to be sustained and then repopulated with the peoples who did not have souls, as the word recommends, because the first creation is not ever said to have the breath of life breathed upon his face, nor is the second creation actually given dominion in physical terms. And when it says he created them, male and female, he created, he, Yah, the God of all things, I would jest with you once again that maybe just in thought, don't you think that these are different happenings? And if they are, there are two totally different people walking around now, and some of them have no souls. Do you understand me? That's all I'm saying to you people. The rest I keep to myself. You get the lucky number today. It's my lucky number today too, I guess. I watched a young man lose his life last week. Watched blood spill out of his head like a fountain all over the concrete. And I shed tears for that young man out of anger and frustration because I couldn't help him. There's nothing I could do. I took cover, excuse me, behind the vehicle. Had my weapon out at the ready to return fire. No fire came my way. Nor could I see the gunshots or anything like that. No muzzle flash. Only the report of the shot. All in all, the blood is on the hands of those who were supposed to be there. The Seattle Police Department, and they were not. And all the peoples who were supposed to be his allies, and they were not. Real life is real life, people. I want you to live, not die. But if you refuse to stand by the statutes thereof, you shall die. Marriage is holy. It's the way it works. Anyhow, these expound sessions have been nice. I have enjoyed myself thoroughly. I have a couple more death of doctrines for you. All black and black. And the last one ain't really the death of the doctrine. It's kind of like the supplement thereof. Not even a birth of a doctrine because it's already known. But look out for it. Good day.